they know centimeters and inches. I don't know that. They start calling off all these sizes of canvases and I'm like, what are you saying? You're just speaking gibberish. I don't understand centimeters. I barely understand inches. Hello. I'm so sorry I've been gone. But y'all, I've been sick. Like real sick. Like what my mom says, I feel like I've been shot at and missed, but pooped on and hit, but she uses a different word instead of poop. That's what's been happening to me. And I've been coughing a lot. I'm gonna cough in this video. I'm gonna try to cut them all out. Just know there's gonna be a whole lot more cuts than there normally are. But it's because I'm protecting you from being irritated as sin at me, because this cough is irritating. Everybody in my house would tell you so. Those poor people. It's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks of doing this. It's awful. It's awful. I hate asthma, by the way. It hasn't kicked my butt quite like this in a while, and it's got me. It's got me in a chokehold. But I am back here sweating on camera for you. You're welcome. Since last we saw each other, I have gone to a Benson Boone concert, which was amazeballs. If any of y'all get a chance to go see that little boy, go. It was wonderful. That was the first concert I took my daughter to, and it was the best concert I could have chosen for her. He is a wonderful performer, and it was all these fun little girls and these women my age, and we were all singing, and it was wonderful. The only thing is I told her, I was like, from now on though, almost every concert you see after this is going to be an utter disappointment compared to what you just saw. Unless it's really an amazing person, but most of them don't do everything he does. You know, you're not going to see flips everywhere, but he did. Oh, he's precious. Just precious. So we did that. And then, because I was in a stadium with a bunch of people, I got sick. In the middle of the illness was my mother's birthday. She turned 77, and we went to Dallas to go see one of her friends who's 80. And she's blind too. Y'all, it's a handful. It was important for my mom and for her friend, and so I'm glad we were able to do that. Speaking of my mom, I just want to let y'all know, she's fine. She's doing okay, but there's definitely some physical changes happening. Please understand if I miss some videos here and there. It's a good reason. It's either because I'm hacking up a lung or something's going on with my mom. I just want to let y'all know, if I do disappear a little bit, I will try to let you know, but please know I'm coming back. But things are just kind of hard right now without going into a lot of detail. My world is just a little outside of my control. And so I just got to go with the flow. And as a person with a lot of anxiety who really enjoys control, I really like it a lot. I like having control and knowing what's happening. And right now I don't have that. And so it just throws off my whole brain thing, you know? Crochet has taken a back seat, and I'm so sorry. It is just, I'm just not there right now. I think Cassandra said the same thing, and I haven't seen a lot of what's on the crochet YouTube stuff and Instagram. I'm just struggling. And I know this is a crochet channel, so I'm going to try to do things with crochet, but with this other hobby I picked up, because I picked up another hobby. And it's one of y'all's fault. And I am happy mad at you. Both. Because my husband's probably madder at you. So I won't give your name away. He's nice about it, but every time he comes in my room and sees another one, he's like, So there's that. And the new thing that I am doing is diamond painting. And I actually am an OG diamond painter. I was diamond painting back in like 2017, before COVID. I think a lot of people got into like various crafts during COVID. I was diamond painting way back in 2017, but it was before there were like these really nice pictures and paintings, and they're called drills, the little diamonds you put on there. It's before all of that. And I was just doing kits I found off of Amazon. It was when my husband had just started going back offshore. My kids were still little, and you know, when they would go to bed at night, I would do that. And it was a nice little reprieve because I didn't know how to crochet yet. And so I was doing it back then, and then for some reason it just stopped. I don't really remember why, but I just stopped doing it. Then one of y'all, you blessed soul, told me about a creator. She's a YouTuber. I think her name is Raya Page. That she was taking Mariah Elizabeth little blind boxes. using the diamonds to decorate these little guys. And I started watching her videos and they were so cute. And I really liked her little spunky little personality. She's a little snarky, you know, like me a little bit. I liked her. I liked her a lot. And she's, you know, I'm ADHD. Let's go. Let's get on. Let's get on with it. So she did that. And so she was doing all this different stuff with diamond painting. And so then it started bringing up all these other videos that were diamond painters. And so I went down the rabbit hole. And y'all, it's a big old rabbit hole. The only thing about diamond painting, unlike crochet, is, I mean, you're kind of limited on what you can do with it. Crochet, there are so many things. You're creating stuff with crochet. You have so much more freedom and things. Diamond painting, you're just taking what is there and you're putting stuff on it. That's all. That's all you're doing, and then you talk about it. They are more limited, so the videos aren't quite as, you know, exciting, I think is the word. But very nice people, very nice people. And I know a few of you are there because I've seen some of your names in comments and stuff. So I was like, well, you know, some of these people also crochet. You know, we can maybe combine both. And the way I thought we could combine both was for me to do diamond paintings and then use that as inspiration to create something with my crochet. Maybe that would spark something in me. And yeah, it sparked one thing. And I have other sparks. There's another one that was sparked. And I don't want to show you all of my diamond paintings because I'd like y'all to be surprised. You know, us women, because this channel is mostly women. I know there's a few dudes, but it's mostly women. We're the surprisers. We're the ones who make the magic. We rarely get the magic back. I like to have surprises for y'all. So I don't like to show you everything so that you have a surprise and we can giggle and laugh later on with whatever I'm going to surprise you with. That's why I don't want to show you all my things. But I was thinking I could use these diamond paintings as inspiration to use either like the colors or the concept and create stuff. You know, maybe it'll make me come up with stuff, you know, to do, because since I'm really struggling with that right now. Going through the diamond art community, I have learned to organize things. They are a very organized group of people. I think some of them are probably engineers or should have been engineers because they count up how many diamonds they've put on a canvas. They know centimeters and inches. I don't know that. They start calling off all these sizes of canvases and I'm like, what are you saying? You're just speaking gibberish. I don't understand centimeters. I barely understand inches. So I just block some of this stuff out. So I bought stuff and I thought, oh, some of the stuff's big. Some things are big. And then some things are real tiny. And I was like, you really need to do some maths. But, you know, that was not my strong suit. I taught children with special needs. You know, it was low level math. Measuring was very small in our realm of learning. So I was playing around on the Diamond Art Club website and y'all, there's a lot of pretty stuff there. And I want y'all to know this. Now, when your people start to pick on you about your yarn shopping, tell them, thank goodness you aren't a diamond painter. You tell them that and say, it could be so much worse. It could be so much worse. Just go look at what these things cost and you will understand what I'm talking about. Tell them, be happy you're buying yarn instead of that. Be very happy because there is a price difference depending on what you're doing and where you're buying from. This is not a cheap rabbit hole I went down into. This is kind of the Gucci of crafting a little bit. And I'm sorry about that, but you know, I'm going through things. I'm experiencing turmoil. What goes better with turmoil? Spending money. That's what it is in crafts. That's what. There's all these little 3D things. They get hand-turned pins. It is mind-boggling. I have learned that I need one or two. That's all I need, and a couple of other little things, because I started trying to buy things and I was like, this is just wasting money. I don't have room for all of this and all my yarn. I can't do all of that. And some of this is just fluff. And I thought, you know, I don't need that fluff. So I would rather have the paintings than all the fluff because I have the necessities, you know? Diamond painting, it's like our crochet world. AI is a problem. They're stealing artwork from artists and then reselling it as their own, and it's not. It is stolen work. But if you go with more reputable companies and you get licensed work, that's better. Kind of like us and our designers. We know our designers versus the people who are stealing the patterns. Same thing is going on in that community. I like spending my money more with places that I know are compensating the artists and stuff. That's a big thing over there. There's a lot of talking about that. Y'all, I have gone down the rabbit hole. Really far down the rabbit hole. I've gone so far down. I know so much. I know artists. I could be a museum curator at this point. Now, I needed a refresher in doing diamond art because it had been, you know, like 8 years since I had done it. I had forgotten that I hate rounds because there's two types of drills, which are the diamonds you put on. There's the square ones and there's the round ones. And I hate the round ones. I hate them. I really hate them. I like the squares. And some people really hate squares because you have to be more exact with squares, but I really hate them little circles. Really hate those. But I started off doing those because those are the cheaper paintings. Those are the more readily available ones. And so I was like, let's start here just to get a refresher. And so I chose one painting that I thought, I can totally work with this. I can do something with this one. I was a tomboy as a little girl. Real big tomboy. Real big. I hate dresses. Still to this day, please do not make me wear a dress somewhere. I hate them so much. I'm a jeans girl all the way around. I will find dressy jeans to go places. Please don't make me wear dresses. Just, no, I hate them. And so because I was a tomboy, I liked boy toys. I wasn't into cars, but I was into like He-Man. I loved He-Man. My favorite cartoon. Hands down, He-Man and She-Ra. And Jim and the holograms, really like them too. Occasionally G.I. Joe, but and too many guns. Yeah, I like more physical hand-to-hand combat with some mystical magic stuff thrown in there. That's more my style. So those really worked more with my thinking. By the power of Grayskull. Yeah, I know the whole thing. I watched it a lot. And Thundercats. Ooh, Thundercats. There was only one really girly thing that I liked, and it wasn't Barbie. People kept gifting me Barbies, and I was like, what do I look like? Do I look like I want a Barbie? No, I don't, because I did not look like I needed a Barbie. I had a Dorothy Hamill haircut, but I did not need a Barbie. Did not need that. Because they'd give them to me and I'd decapitate her, and then I'd just chew on her feet. Because they were that kind of crunchy rubber stuff. I really liked that. It was a really good texture. So that's what I did with my Barbies. They all had chewed up toes. And no heads. The one doll that I did like, and it's probably because she was a food, was Strawberry Shortcake. And she smelled so good. I had like 3 Strawberry Shortcake dolls, and then I had her friend Lemon Meringue. Those were the only 2 I had. I really wanted Huckleberry, the little boy that was Blueberry. I think that's what his name was. I don't remember. Oh, and the little orange girl. Valent? No. Man, I don't remember. But I liked them. Food. That's probably why. Food. And they smelled real good. I loved things with smells. I saw a Strawberry Shortcake diamond painting, and I thought, you know what? This. I can work with this. I've seen Strawberry Shortcake crochet patterns. So I did a Strawberry Shortcake diamond painting. Now this is a round and I hate it. You can straighten them, but there's gaps and I don't like it. I really don't like it. Rounds sparkle. They sparkle more. But squares shine. There's a difference. There is a difference. I do like the sparkle, but I hate the round so much that I don't care. I don't care. I'm not going to do it. I've learned my lesson with rounds. No more here. No more. I've got a couple and done. Went on Etsy and I went looking for a Strawberry Shortcake pattern, and there's a ton of them out there. But you all know me. I like details, extras, things that are slightly sadistic because I'm broken. That's all I know to say. You know, I chewed on a doll's feet for fun. I don't know. I found this pattern and I thought, oh, you are perfect. You are so pretty. So I bought her, and y'all, really and truly, is she not adorable? I still have to put her freckles on and color her little cheeks, but she's pretty much done. Is this not adorable? She is so cute. I've hot glued her hat on because I wasn't going to try to sew that. Not today, Satan. Not today. There was just no sense in me even trying. And y'all, to make her extra, because she has to be extra, she has Strawberry Shortcake car air freshener in her hat. So she smells like Strawberry Shortcake. Ingenious, right? Ingenious. I love her so much. She's adorable. I did screw up her neck a little bit. My fault. It's because I use Nerf darts sometimes in the necks, and I cut mine too short, so it kind of slid down, so she's a little floppy. But she's fine. She's fine. She don't care. She don't care. She smells good. That's what matters. And I really love her. Now, this pattern is by Crown Country Crochet, and y'all go find her. Go find her on Etsy. I'll put a link to her shop down below. She is amazeballs. She is amazeballs. She has done the whole line of Strawberry Shortcake characters. All of them. And they're beautiful. She's done a gorgeous job. This was a wonderful pattern. Very detailed, but she does a wonderful job. Wonderful job on this. And the others look just as good. But this woman, she has a He-Man pattern. This woman, she has a He-Man pattern. And She-Ra. Both. And all these other characters that are from the movies. Like she has Audrey Hepburn from My Fair Lady in the racing gown when she went to the racetrack. She has that. She has Lucy in her black polka dot dress from the I Love Lucy show. She has all these amazing characters, and they're done so well. Go look at her site. Really and truly, this woman she has done a ton, and they're great patterns. They are detailed, so if you don't like really detailed patterns, not for you. But if you like detailed stuff and you want to spend the time doing all the details, go look at her stuff. So beautiful. She has really neat things. And characters that you've probably forgotten about from the past. Y'all talking about He-Man. I had so many questions about that show. Though I loved it, I was like, who has cut Adam's hair? Who gave that man bangs? And why, when he becomes He-Man, is he wearing a little fur bikini? Why is he doing that? And why is everybody's, like, boobs separated with stuff? Like his little friend, Tila or something, I don't remember exactly, but her boobs were separated, just had little snake things out. Why men did that? You know a man did that. And obviously a man did Adam's hair, because a woman would not give that man a Dorothy Hamill haircut. Would not do that. Right? Women, we wouldn't do that. Because I was always like, somebody cut the man's hair. Please. And do not give him bangs. Do not. There is no man that ever needs a bang. Right? Right? Y'all hear what I'm saying, correct? Speaking of, I love my husband so much. I do. But my husband, I don't think I've ever told y'all, is a hypochondriac. Really and truly. That man loves to go to the doctor more than anybody I've ever seen. And he will research everything so he can use these big words when he goes to, you know, kind of have an intellectual battle with a true doctor. Zach loves to, blows my mind. Well, anyway, his favorite doctor is the optometrist to get his glasses every year. And this year he went to get his glasses, and I somehow keep missing being with him when he chooses frames. I don't know how I keep missing this, but I do. And he picked out his own frames. Y'all, all I know to say is they're Jeffrey Dahmer glasses. They're like these wire frames, and he even got the tint. They like get dark and bright lights and lighten up in no light. I was like, what? I was like, Zachariah, what have you done, man? So now every time I see my husband, all I think is Jeffrey Dahmer, because also, while I'm diamond painting, because I'm diamond painting a lot, because I can't think to count to crochet, I am listening to a bunch of these murder shows. And yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer's one of them, because they're all about serial killers. I don't know why. Serial killers and murder just calms me. What is up with that? I don't know. So I'm calming down to the serial killers, and of course there's Jeffrey Dahmer wearing my husband's glasses. I was like, this isn't right. And there's a chance that he's going to have eye surgery later this year, and I was like, I don't care how much it costs. I don't care. We will pay it so that I never have to see those glasses again and think of Jeffrey Dahmer eating people in his house. Okay? I don't care. We will find the money. I never want to see them again after this. You know, sometimes I think if I'm listening to murders, that's worse than what's going on in my house. That's worse. Maybe that's what it is listening to things that are a whole lot worse than what's here makes me feel better. I don't know, because then I feel terrible for those people, because, I mean, horrible things happen to them. I mean, just thinking about what I did to Barbie and decapitating her and chewing on her hands and feet. I mean, people could have sent me away very early, though I was weird. I really was a weird kid. But you know, I had a blind parent. She was single most of that time, so we did a lot of stuff in the dark. Yeah, I was weird. I really was. But I wasn't psychotic. So there's that. I was just strange. Wasn't a killer. Can y'all tell the medication is talking a little bit? I get a little more verbose and a little, this is steroids. I'm on a lot of steroids right now. Also, please know I read all of your comments. YouTube has changed the app that I use to look at what y'all say, and I hate it. I really, really hate it. It is very hard to see when y'all have said things, and it is so much more complicated now, and I hate it. So it's harder for me to respond to you, and it's taking me longer because all this other stuff. But I want you to know I read everything that y'all say, and I'm so appreciative, and you're all so kind, and I really thank you for all of that. Thank you all so much for joining me and hopefully understanding why my crochet is just kind of for the moment. It will come back, it will. But right now, my world just needs to settle down a little bit, and my head just needs to get in a better spot so I can count stuff and make decisions. Decisions are real hard right now, and I can only do major ones. Minor ones about colors, or what to make, I can't. My brain's not working like that right now, so I apologize. But we're still going to try to have fun, and hopefully we can incorporate my new little thing with other little things that you know I already do. But thank y'all so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye. I had issues though. I was like, who is dressing y'all? Because this chafing, there's bound to be chafing, and what woman is gonna separate their stuff? You know, that's not gonna happen. Most women don't like to do like things to their stuff. I looked at that and I thought, no, not today, Satan. And so Satan said, okay. And so I didn't. I used a hot glue gun. And that was the right choice for everybody, because I could have decapitated her if I had to sew. Being that I'm on steroids right now, it could have happened. That's all I'm saying. And then my husband, it's football season, y'all. I gotta have something to do. This works out great. This is perfect for football season. Put in an ear pod, and I put on a podcast or something, and then I diamond paint. I've been listening to a lot of murder mysteries. Well, they're not mysteries. It's murder. It's just downright murder. Next time, maybe we'll be drinking Snoop because I'll be off all the medication. But I can't drink it while I'm taking medication, okay? But I think it would really help my situation at the moment.